As the MarbleLympics roll along, we reach event number 7, block pushing. Hello everybody, I'm Greg Woods. Could an upset be brewing? The Green Ducks, the newcomers, 9 points clear at the top of the standings over the Hazers and the Raspberry Racers as we get ready for this event slightly different than in 2017. Each team is going to push 2 times, 1 on each lane. There are no semifinals and finals. The blocks also a little bit lighter than they were the last time around for the safety of the competitors. Out of the blocks in the first of these events, the first heat. A great push, and that last little flourish pushes the block on the low side. Down past 67, thereabouts. Team Galactic and the Oceanics now switch lanes. Down they come again. Will it be a repeat? Ooh, not near as far, but a similar result. Team Galactic sets the early mark, gets the victory between the two of them, but it's where you're going to compare to the rest of the field. So you can see the best of the two, 67 flat. Oceanics sitting in second after a fairly disappointing start to the MarbleLympics for them. Pinkies and the Thunderbolts. Neck and neck as they hit the blocks. A little bit of spread from the Pinkies, and the Thunderbolts kept it together pretty well all the way. Look at the separation between the 4. Except for the initial impact, they all stayed within maybe a quarter of a length from each other. Gives them the win of the 2, but still not a very far distance. Second attempt, Thunderbolts need a good one here, and it's not going to happen. Did not even break 60. Pinkies do a better job that time of keeping everybody close together. Fairly consistent between them, just about 5 centimeters difference, but a 57.8 for the Thunderbolts puts them provisionally in second place. Balls of Chaos and Mellow Yellow. Heat 3A. Balls of Chaos can't keep it up. Mellow Yellow. They're going to get the win. Look at the spread between them up top compared to the bottom. A little bit tighter for Mellow Yellow. They're able to use that power more consistently. And a team that currently sits in 6th in the MarbleLympics standings has a pretty good push on the first try. Can they do it again on the second? You're trying to get beyond 60. That little flourish at the end pushes them past 65. Separation again between the second and third marbles for Balls of Chaos on the near side results in just a 52.1. The 65 one for Mellow Yellow, good enough, right now at least, for the silver medal. Midnight Wisps and the Crazy Cat's Eyes, the latter of whom in 5th in the standings. They really kept the speed up on that one. It'll be shy of 65 for the Crazy Cat's Eyes, who are the better of the 2 teams in this one. Midnight Wisps, they need something to happen in this second heat. No medals yet. 31 points compared to 90 for our leaders, the Green Ducks. And the Midnight Wisps put it together here. Down they come, and that's a much better push, past 65, nearly up to 70. Let's see where it ends up for them. Great job by the final marble there. And the Midnight Wisps have moved into first place. Fear the night indeed. Well, they haven't had many reasons to be feared so far, but here in block pushing, they sit at the top of the table for now. Savage Speeders and the Jungle Jumpers, a team that was on top of the standings. What can they do here? That's not a bad push, above 60 where you have to be. Jungle Jumpers in the meantime, in the middle of the pack, but this push is going to put them toward the bottom, unless they can do better in the second one. Switch lanes, back up top. 8 comes up, and the Jungle Jumpers eager to get into the blocks first. Savage Speeders, not near as good as what they just did, so they will not be fighting for a medal. They're good enough only for 5th. Jungle Jumpers, barely inside the top 10. Getting down here in Heat 6A, the Orangers and the Green Ducks, our championship leaders. What can they do with a good push? Pretty even between them. Both around that 60 mark. Not good enough for a medal. And look at that, the Green Ducks hit with such force, they actually lifted the block out of the track. That might have actually hurt them a little bit. If you can keep the momentum and the power forward rather than vertically, you're going to get more distance. Rangers, first to hit the block this time. They push it past 63, it looked like, maybe to 64. Green Ducks couldn't quite get it together. They sit in 7th. The Rangers just shy of the podium. Working our way through these heats. Of the 16 teams, we're down into the final couple of heats. Raspberry Racers and the Chocolatiers. Raspberry Racers in third in the MarbleLympics standings, and that gets them very near to 65. That'll be close. Gives them something to build off of. You also have to try to figure out what the strategy is for something like this. Knowing that you're going to have to go 2 times, you have to figure out, is there a lane advantage, first off? And if there isn't, do you want to expend a lot of energy in one of the 2 heats, first or second? What do you have left in the tank for the second one? And, well, neither of these teams have that much. Puts them kind of middle of the order. 4th and 10th. Worse for the Chocolatiers, even though they had a pretty good push there, 58. Not past the 60-plus that we had in the first one. Now, Heat 8A, the Indigo Stars and the Hazers. Up top, Indigo Stars, good push. But then it kind of fizzles out. Look at the speed out of the gate. I know they're not thinking this is a speed event per se, but knocked them so far apart in between marbles 3 and 4 in that one, they just lost all of the power. Hazers kind of never had it. Try this again. Hazers, Indigo Stars. Can anybody knock any of the podium finishers off? That's a no. And that means the Midnight Wisps have won block pushing gold. Indigo Stars on the near lane. They knew the number that they needed, but just not together like they needed to be. 59-7, only good enough for 9th. The Hazers, dead last. A team that was second in the MarbleLympics standings coming into this one. It's going to hurt them. They've got a gold, silver, and a bronze, but here, they get nothing. 0 points for the Hazers, 25 for the Midnight Wisps, who have 1 gold in block pushing. Congratulations to our podium finishers, the Wisps, Team Galactic, and Mellow Yellow. Looking up top, the Green Ducks hold their lead. Raspberry Racers jump up into second. Hazers, a big 0. That knocks them down. More on the way. Be sure to subscribe. The MarbleLympics will continue.